Coming to you from the Bubba's Garage studio. It's your boy, the Vanilla Gorilla, with my main man.
Low T.
Welcome. Good evening. And whatever time that you decide to partake in the Donut Shop Boys podcast. How you been, man?
I'm good. I'm well. My feet hurt.
You had a podiatry appointment today?
I did, yeah.
You're like officially an old veteran.
Yeah.
Did you pull up to the gate and have kind of a shitty attitude about it?
Yeah, and I asked what time the BX closed, just for
a fact.
I wouldn't even go in there. I just want to know.
Yeah. What time's the commissary open?
Is the commissary open today?
I gotta get my deli meats. That's good.
Where's my salute?
Yeah. Nothing else going on in your world? No giving lap dances to the devil or anything like that?
No. How topical. Yeah. Some other blockages. Yeah. Outside of the Suez.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We got it taken care of, though. Nothing some laxatives can't fix.
You know, I asked Elon to help us get over there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I took that picture of the expo and I said, hey, help the boys get things cracking.
Yeah.
And then, like, shortly thereafter, they got the ship unstuck, so I was kind of disappointed.
If it went another day, they would have flown us out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen Egyptian women, but I imagine they're attractive. Yeah. And I don't know their culture. I just assume that my wife would have to be okay with me having multiple wives at that point.
Yeah, I think it's a law in their country.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depends who you ask.
We said on a podcast, it's law now.
It's state law.
County law.
County law. I never understood who would want multiple wives.
Yeah. Half the time I can't even stand having one.
I know. I wouldn't mind having half a wife.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Just the good days.
It's like having nieces and nephews. Send them back.
Fair. That's fair right there, yeah. But that might be what it's like to have multiple wives. Like, you just choose to hang out with whichever one's in a good
Once
mood.
they start going, listen, you just send them to, well, next.
They start getting an attitude. Look, bitch, I'll leave. Like, I got a whole other wife that hasn't seen me in 2 or 3 days. So,
you know how wives get.
You don't have to worry about a honeydew list either. Yeah. You just have a whole passel of kids, you know. The oldest sons, they can handle that shit.
Having a litter of children.
That's nice. The life. That's the life right there.
Everyone, they started coming out. You're supposed to, have your kids do work around the house. They're not slaves.
That you're not?
Yeah. What is the point of having kids if not for them to do shit around the house?
That's free labor, man.
Exactly.
That's all. Like, I haven't fed my dog.
It's not even free, to be honest. You're paying for their food, their housing, school.
You give them a little money.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
Incentive.
I gave my kids physical silver. Like, they each have, like, silver bars.
Yeah. I gave mine an investment account.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I still need to do that.
She's earning dividends.
I still need to do
the
that
dishes
right now.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
How's your week been going in the...
It was rough the first few days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made a few bucks today.
I was down...
Nothing major.
I was down $19 today. But I also got paid some dividends today, so...
Yeah. Who's really counting?
So that means investment-wise, I was down even more because the dividends would have offset that.
Yeah.
But if you guys are listening to this and you're thinking about jumping into the stock market, now's not a bad time. Yeah. Everything's kind of dipping. Mm-hmm. We're in the middle of a dip right now. So I've got a bunch of buy orders in. And this is the time you want to buy. People get scared when the stock market's not doing well. Or when it's in like a little rough patch. People who don't understand it, they're like, oh, stock market's kind of risky.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to buy when everything's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
That's how that's how you lose your investment. Or you panic because you don't know what you're doing. You buy everything's at an all-time high, and then that first day that you check your investments and see that you lost, $450 in one day, you panic and sell everything, and then you locked in those losses. But I've lost I lost like $1,200 in like the last 2 weeks.
Oof.
Yeah. But like I said, I've just been putting in buy orders. I'll ride this wave up.
It'll come back.
Yeah. Then you got the stimmy. You catch the stimmy, dump that motherfucker in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ride that 1,400 up to,
2,800.
2,800. $3,500. You know, depends on where you put it.
Yeah.
And like we said before,
and how long you want to wait.
The goal is to get to a place in life where you don't qualify for a stimmy the next time around.
There'll probably be a next time.
Now, I will say, though, if you get to that point where you're just like a few bucks past qualifying for a stimmy, that's a kick in the balls. Yeah.
You need to rethink your taxes. You know,
100%.
What you're claiming.
Yeah. If you're at 75,000, maybe take a couple days off without pay. You know, if you're not well above that, if you're not at 80,000 or something like that, then take some time off. Tell the boss, hey, it's on me.
Trying to catch that stimmy.
Stimmy for life. I'm not a big fan of the stimmy though. I mean, I'll spend it. It's already in my account. I'm not going to give it back.
Yeah.
But
you'll pay for it later eventually.
Yeah, my grandkids will pay for it.
Yeah.
Charge me $5,700 and then bribe me by giving me $1,400 of it back. What's that all about?
Yeah.
There should be $0 in foreign aid for stimulus bills. Let them aid themselves.
Yeah, the whole point is to help us.
Yeah.
Or the people that need it. Oh, well.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
So, in entertainment news, have you seen the advertisements for this TV show, Chad?
Yeah.
On TBS?
Yeah, TBS, yeah. Yeah. Excited?
Let's dig into that. Debuts April 6th. You've got a middle-aged Middle Eastern woman playing a teenage white boy. Boy, I'd love to hear the outcry if the demographics on that were reversed.
Yeah.
But they're not, thankfully. And
I'm sure the Democrats would have a field day in that.
Oh, man. Fake outrage. What is there to say about this television show, Chad, on TBS? It looks fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It looks like the steamiest pile of shit that you can imagine on a cold morning. Like you take your dog out for a walk in early fall. You know, it's about 50 degrees outside. There's a little dew. There's like a low-lying fog. And then your dog takes a big steamy shit.
Yeah.
You just throw a TBS logo on that. Going on. Yeah, throw a TBS logo on that.
What is this, Conan 2.0?
Yeah, it's still not Chad. I made the joke with someone last night. I said, we're always talking about our podcast only having like 6 listeners. But I guarantee this fucking podcast is better than the television show Chad.
They might have us on production quality, but other than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Barely. But our social media person.
We're on par with fucking Wendy's on social media.
Hey, we be out there doing work. But they actually created a poll on Twitter that said, "Would you rather watch?" And the options were your grandparents' sex tape or Chad on TBS. And so far, 100% of the voters have voted for grandparents' sex tape.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Like Theo Vaughn said, at this point, it'd just be like art.
It's like art. It's nothing too deviant. Yeah. You should get you a Theo Vaughn style mullet.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Growing it out.
I'm trying to get us on Timcast IRL.
Okay.
You ever listen to Tim Pool? No. He's a good guy. He's like a former liberal that he's not conservative. He's pretty much over the Democrats and like kind of establishment shit, which makes him good for me to listen to because he's not like some like far right fascist
extremist.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a lot of good points. He has a lot of interesting guests, and not that we're interesting, but we could definitely use the bump.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we'd be funny in a setting like that because they'd be all serious and we'd be not that way.
Yeah.
I'd come in wearing my aviators. They're like, it's dark outside and we're indoors. And I'd be like, maybe I'm high.
You don't know me. It's get super defensive.
Yeah. Whipping my head around so my American flag glasses strap is flapping in the breeze,
Stay
showing the freedom.
Stay strapped or get clapped, you know?
Hey,
I don't think that's what they meant, but I like it.
Sometimes I got to make moves, and I can't have these aviators falling off my face.
That's true.
I don't fly airplanes, though, before anyone asks. That's the first question anyone asks you when you tell them you were in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Do you fly airplanes? Sure.
Yeah.
I played Star Fox. Do a barrel roll.
I got flight sim. Is there a pilot on board? No. But I can get us there.
Yeah. I don't need to know how to land.
Landing's for pussies.
That's what the 9/11 hijackers said.
That's true, yeah.
Hey, come back tomorrow. We're going to teach you guys how to land. I think I'm good, Chief. Actually, I have that irrational fear.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll get on that. We'll get on irrational fears. We'll talk about that.
Let's go.
But one of mine is every time I fly, I'm like, is this the day? Are they going to try another one?
Yeah.
And I'm like looking around the plane.
Am I going to have to be a hero?
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I didn't fit this in my itinerary.
I don't, they never taught me how to land on Star Fox.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking around the plane, looking for likely subjects, trying not to be too racist about it.
Yeah, there's one on Chad.
I'm like, I'm sure there's some white hijackers too. I always make friends with any Middle Eastern people on the plane.
The white hijackers just blow the whole plane up. They don't even have a target.
I'm hoping they're going to be like, hey, you know, like the joke, like you're hoping to get that, hey, you're cool, don't come to school tomorrow text. Yeah. I always make friends with any like Middle Easterners on the plane, so they'll be like, hey, you're cool, you might want to go to the bathroom for this next part.
Yeah.
But the fact is, in my experience, 0% of Middle Eastern men that I have rode planes with have tried to hijack the plane.
That's a good percentage. You know, that's a fair amount.
I will say,
thinking through I think I may be close to the same percentage.
Yeah,
yeah,
at least like 0.05 or something.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah. I don't know what they did on the
the next
on
plane.
The connector flight, but you know, on mine we were good.
Yeah. We did get our luggage switched once.
That's the worst.
I will say 100% of Middle Eastern men that I've been around while they were cooking. Mm-hmm. Like went to training once, and I had to share a bathroom with a Middle Eastern man who was at one of the international officer academies, and 100% of those men, their food absolutely fucking reeks.
Yeah,
like I could smell it when I would go to the bathroom. I could smell it coming through the door, and you could tell it was food just because it had like that warmth to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
and it smelled worse than my shit. It smelled worse than the actual turds that I was dropping into the toilet.
Well, to be fair, everyone likes their own brand, so at least to some degree.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess that's
their stuff is very strong in the olfactory department.
Yeah.
Yeah. Culture, though.
Yeah, you know.
I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
But also, smell is a big thing with taste. You know, if you plug your nose and try to eat, shit won't taste the same.
Yeah, it barely tastes at all.
Yeah. So, their stuff has got to be super flavorful. I don't know if I could get that close to eat it, though.
I had a buddy.
Do you ever eat with your hands?
Do I ever eat with my hands? I'm not a
like,
fucking
no,
animal.
like eat their stuff. You know they eat with their hands. That's
not all they do with their hands.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta watch them. Which hand are you eating with?
I had a buddy, not exactly the same people, although the same continent. When we were deployed, he would. It's like the most aggressive or passive aggressive, maybe. Mm-hmm. This might actually. I'll let you be the judge. This might actually qualify as actual aggression. We would work out. We would work out. And he would take protein shakes as a result of exercising, and then follow that up by eating Indian food. Protein shakes and Indian food.
Wow. Yeah.
I named his farts. I named Nosferatu. Do you know what that is? You ever seen the old Dracula movie where like Dracula's bald and got like dark circles around his eyes and big fangs? He's he's always like
Yeah,
creeping out of the
okay.
shadows. Yeah. You'll have to look it up and add the graphic to the YouTube version. Yeah, I was
I'll probably forget if we're being honest.
yeah, no, I pulled up a picture of it and I was like, dude, I was like, when you eat Indian food and then follow it up with protein shakes, I was like, your farts, when you fart, this guy jumps straight out of your asshole and climbs up into my nose and just hangs out for like an hour.
Yeah. That's aggressive to everyone else. But maybe he just thought, he'd work out, get the protein, but still wanted to cut weight. Because I imagine he's got to be blowing up the toilet.
Yeah. Well, he's also doing away with any kind of bloat, like any kind of air that seeps up in there.
Yeah.
But luckily for him, we had another guy on that deployment.
I'm going to have to try that next time I work out.
Yeah. Try it. Just
does it negate all the protein if you're just shitting it out instantly?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So he might have been counterproductive. That might have just been all-out aggression.
It might have been.
Yeah.
But then again, there was another guy on that deployment whose farts were like earth-shattering and constant.
Yeah. Like volume-wise earth-shattering?
That and smell and then just the sheer number, like the percentage of the day that you spent immersed in this guy's farts. And he was on our convoy team too, so we couldn't get away from him. Like you're stuck in a vehicle with him. So I think that at that point, Steve was just trying to fight fire with fire.
Okay.
You don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight. So he was actually going for like fire superiority on that.
That's how battles are won.
He wasn't farting as often
as
this other individual, but he definitely they were strategic. They were precision strikes.
Some bunker busters.
He was, you know what? He was bringing some fucking SEAL Team 6 farts. Or maybe not even that. We won't even go that small. We'll say 75th Ranger Regiment. He was bringing some numbers to it.
Yeah.
He was farting quite often with the protein shakes.
Damn.
And then the smell was really there from the Indian food.
Yeah.
But because of that, now I have an irrational fear of Indian food.
Yeah.
That brings
that's close to being a rational fear.
It's dangerously close.
Yeah.
And actual aggression.
Yeah. My irrational fear.
Let's hear your irrational fear.
And honestly, I don't even think it's that irrational. But the open bodies of water.
Okay.
Yeah, not a big fan. It's mutual respect. Me and sharks. I keep my distance.
Mutual respect.
Yeah.
You guys talked about it.
Yeah, we.
I talked it over with the sharks. I sent a delegation.
Yeah.
To meet with the sharks and
met down there in Gulf Shores and just had a little conversation. You stay yonder and I'll be over here.
Okay.
I'll go knee deep and you just stay past that. Yeah. If I can't see through the water, that fucking creeps me out. I will say I don't have
That's
a mutual
why you're
respect.
such a bitch when we go kayaking.
Yeah.
You can't see down into the water.
Yeah. I jellyfish too. I got stung by a jellyfish when I was younger in California.
Did you pee on it?
I don't remember if I did. I was young. I do remember running out of the water after it happened though. And I was like fucking like chest deep in the water. And my ass was trying to spend the least amount of time in the water as possible to get back to shore. So like I was doing the full like high kick or high knees to chest.
Yeah.
Trying to just, and the longest strides I could do. So I probably looked goofy as fuck running out of the water just screaming too. But it hurt so bad. And then, yeah. Fuck jellyfishes.
Actually, this last trip to the beach that we had, both my kids were stung by a jellyfish. By the same jellyfish, presumably.
Yeah.
And it rubbed up against me, and none of its tentacles touched me. Either that or I'm just impervious. It might be part of my gorilla DNA that didn't pass on to them. Because I felt it. I felt it like both my children were in front of me.
Yeah.
But they were like kind of, I was messing with them. I was having them like hold my feet while I swam.
Mm-hmm.
Like I swam, I was like laying on my back, swimming backwards, and just kind of pulling them through the Gulf of Mexico there.
Yeah,
we were trying to reverse.
Trying to go to Cuba.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I felt something like rub up under the back of my arm, like my tricep area, and I was like, "That can't be my daughter's leg. She's not tall enough. It's like, it's impossible."
Did you grow?
Yeah, but it did. It was like something smooth, like rubbed across my my arm and just kept moving. And I was like, that was weird. And then like right around that same time, both my kids were like, ow, something hurt me.
Yeah.
We went and like pulled them out of the water and they had like little welts and stuff on their arm.
Ooh.
But luckily my kids, they're not bitches. So.
Oh yeah, that was big bitch on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I swear, and this might have been my childhood fucking just idea, but I feel like I saw a flash of light. Like when it stung me, like in the water. I don't even know if that's a thing that happens.
Flash.
Yeah, but dude, I saw like a little flash.
Gave away his position.
And I fucking took off. And then it was like on my ankle. That shit hurt so bad. But yeah, fuck jellyfishes. Fuck them for not having bones, living so long.
Yeah, what kind of life is that,
fuck
dude?
Everything about them.
You can't even punch them.
No.
I do get a little bit of a sick sense of satisfaction when you see them all fucked up and dried up on the beach.
Yeah.
It's like, ha, fuck you. You deserve it. We found a living sand dollar the last time I was at the beach. I've never found.
I didn't even know those were alive.
Yeah, usually you find them; they're all bleached out and like broken apart.
Yeah,
it's hard enough to find a whole sand dollar. I actually found one that was whole and dead, so we kept it, and then we found a living one too, and we just put it in a bucket, showed it around, like let the kids look at it, and then put it back in the water.
How humane! PETA would be happy.
Yeah, fuck them.
Probably be mad you touched it.
Probably.
They have something to bitch about no matter what.
I went into their habitat.
Yeah.
Where in the fuck are people supposed to live?
You existed on Earth.
You know, PETA, if you think that people, or anyone out there that thinks that people are like a scourge to the earth and that people should go and just be gone from this place to let the animals and the planet thrive, I support that, and I think that if you really believe that strongly, that you should start with yourself.
Set the example.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know, a little car exhaust, just go right to sleep.
Yeah.
I have another irrational fear. Mine kind of falls in line with water also, is that I have an irrational fear of those fish that swim up your dick hole. I read about it.
I need to add that to my resume because I now am worried about that.
I read about it in a magazine once,
and
now I'm terrified. Like, it doesn't even have to be like that crazy of a body of water. If I'm like kayaking Autauga Creek, and the kayak flips over or something, and especially if it's been raining, so the water's up a little bit, I'm like low key, is a fish gonna swim in my dick hole?
Yeah. Joke's on them. It's a dead end for me.
Same. So yeah, that's why I always wear a condom when I'm kayaking. Plus, you never know who you're going to meet out there.
It's called two birds. You know.
You know,
it's a down economy.
If you're already wearing the condom, it's business time.
Yeah. I just reuse it every trip. They're reusable.
I think I read that story somewhere. Something about a spare living room.
Anyways.
Good times. But yeah, I've never been to the Amazon or any like tropical climate like that. I've been to Hawaii. I guess that's tropical, but
big money.
Yeah. But I've never been anywhere where I feel like that fish exists. But I'm always afraid that, like, my luck, there's an Alabama variant of the dickhole fish.
And it's the one within 250,000 miles, and it just happens to be there.
Found my dickhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other dickholes in the water.
The one day it would have been nice to have a smaller dickhole.
It's just open, gallons of water flushing through it every minute.
Fucking Niagara Falls. I'm also. Do you have any other irrational fears?
No, that's about it. I think really just water. That's the biggest thing. I mean, I don't fuck with heights.
That's not irrational.
I don't think so either.
No. Once you're old enough to understand that your bones aren't flexible.
Yeah, I don't have wings. You know.
Lil Nas X does at the end of that video.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Most of myself. I mean, I'm not really afeared of much. So, And anything that I am, it's a normal thing that could kill you.
I can think of one that you have.
Oh, what's that?
Being around me when I have to confront somebody.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite things.
That's super fucking awkward. I'm just remembering all the times of just being around you. Just no hold, like no filter, just straight to the point.
I think the way you described it before was uncomfortably direct.
Yeah. Yes. Like there's no common decency there. It's just. Yeah.
Hey, you did X.
Yeah.
Or, I don't like you because of blank.
You just had that one guy that you would just fucking destroy every day. And you go, oh, okay, boss.
Yeah, I wonder
turn
how
around
he's
and be
doing.
like, I don't fucking like you. Go away. And like, okay, boss. You're so funny. It's like he's being serious, man. Every day.
I thought I told you to disappear.
Yeah. And I think it was more awkward because I knew you were being 100% honest.
Yeah.
But like, you just,
I feel like
got it.
if he had caught on, that he should have at least respected the honesty.
He might have been the real G there, just kept pushing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I bother this guy so bad. I'm just going to keep coming around.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I've done with all the tasks you gave me. Do you want me to come back? No, I don't. I would literally pay you to do nothing for the rest of the day if it means I don't have to see you.
Out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm comfortably direct. If we ever have a conversation with sponsors and we're going to cut a sponsor off, I don't even want to be in the room.
Lucky for us. Yeah. We're our own sponsor.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we have a Teespring and a website and an Ask the Boys and a review section. So a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram, a Twitch. I don't do anything on Twitch. And we've got a studio
It's getting
that's
there.
moving up on the to-do list. I have some plans, by the way. We'll talk about that after the show.
Awesome.
But I do have some plans of what we're going to be doing with it. We're going to try to set a date, pencil it in.
I'd like to take you on a date.
I would like that. I have a gift card. So, yeah.
Oh man, our favorite restaurant closed though.
Yeah.
We just go to Blackfin for our boys' nights.
Oh, they closed it?
Yeah.
See,
It's probably because those guys came in there wearing kilts.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Fuck kilts. First of all, yeah, that's an irrational fear of people walking around in public wearing kilts.
Yeah. I don't want to hear your ball slapping when you walk past me.
Forbid a kilt and a cowboy hat in public? Whoa. I'm going to have to try that tomorrow. It's April Fool's.
Dude,
Whoa.
add Crocs and sandals to the mix, and they're looking at possible jail time. They should at least be on some kind of watch list.
I've been kind of wanting to buy a pair of Crocs. I wouldn't wear it with socks. Kind of defeats the purpose of the holes in there. But I've just
they get those little charm things that you can put on Crocs.
Oh, to like plug the holes?
Yeah.
That's too much.
Well, they're like little pizzazz for your Crocs.
I think that's
little personal flair. But if you could get some fucking donut
okay.
hole blockers.
Oh, I was going to say that if you're putting charms on your Crocs, you're figuratively and literally one step away from starting the next little Nos video. But I'll withdraw that.
I hope Little Nas shows up wearing Crocs and sandals. That'll make his community turn against him. He better lock them sons of bitches in 4-wheel drive because he's going to have to make a run for it. Put that shit in Put that shit in off-road mode.
Oh.
But yeah, guys, head over to our Teespring, buy some merchandise. We've got Donuts Not Racism shirts, Flight of the Blonde Bombers. Shout out to Boston.
Coffee mugs.
Yeah, Plain Jane's, coffee mugs, unnecessary wall decor, beach towels. It's about to be beach season. Go get you a Flight of the Blonde Bombers tank top.
Yeah.
And a beach towel, and
I've still got
hit the
mad
sand.
stickers.
Stickers, yeah.
And mad stamps.
If you guys want free stickers, hit us up. We'll send you some Donut Shop Boys stickers. Put them in public places where they're going to be seen. Get the word out.
If you're currently deployed and you listen to the show, first of all, tell everyone else. But give me an address and I'll mail some fucking stickers over there. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, thank you for your service. And I say that only because I know how awkward it makes you feel when someone says it to you. Because I can relate.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service. And well, I mean, what do you want to say? I just wanted free college? Like, thank you. I grew up.
The court ordered me to do it? Man.
But yeah, go over there. If you have a Twitter, go follow us on Twitter. I like tripled our Twitter followers in the last
That's
week.
good. Yeah, we're up to like, 28 now?
28. Yeah, that's not impressive. But it's, when you're tripling your number, if I could triple it again, that'd be great. We'd have almost as many as the fake Donut Shop Boys Twitter. Which, again, as I say, even if you...
Report them.
Go follow us and then mute us so you don't have to see our tweets.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get the numbers up. But if you enjoy the show, share it. Tell your friends about it. Definitely go through and play it. Download it. Go to YouTube, play it. Even if you don't want to listen to it, play it, put it on, and then just turn it off. Turn off the sound and let it play in the background while you sleep.
Get our views up, man.
Get our views up. Our last video did have significantly more views than the one before.
Did it?
I think people like the shorter run times. I've had a good friend of ours tell us that he just can't do the 45-minute to hour-long shows. I'm like, but we get in there and we're just flowing.
Yeah.
And we usually cut it off when we feel like, oh, we're running out of stuff to talk about.
I want to sarcastically just cut us off at 35 minutes, and then for the next week, that's when you catch the rest of the episode.
Rest of the show, yeah. Yeah.
No fading out, no fading in, just and then the next episode.
You know what? I'm on board with that. Another thing we're trying to do is we're trying to get a third person in here, be it a guest or someone permanent. I know we had Walker come in and do the sound before. And then I went on a hard political rant in that one.
Yeah.
So also it was about 120 degrees in the studio that day. So we didn't even end up publishing that episode. But I feel like we're at our best when we have a third voice in here. Dee, she was the best. I think she was the magic recipe. I've said that before.
Yeah.
So obviously we can't get her. Studebaker, he's a no-go also.
Yeah.
So Walker might be the guy. Or, as we've said before, if you know someone...
If he identifies as that.
I don't know how he identifies. You're right. Shame on me.
Yeah.
I haven't asked. And I guess I shouldn't have said he. But I just feel weird saying they because I was taught that that's plural.
They, them.
They, them. We are actually they, them because there's two of us.
Challenge that, left. Oh, man.
But yeah, if you guys know of someone who you would like to hear on the show, someone that's interesting. Sam Welch actually asked us to come to Nashville and do a show with him at his truck.
That would be fun. We could time-lapse video the whole way up there.
Oh, yeah. He's a good dude. I'm sure that we have some differing beliefs, but it's cool, man. He's somebody I grew up with, and I like him, man. He's a good guy. We'll definitely have a laugh. We'll have some laughs. But yeah, we talked about our irrational fears. Now, I want to hear what you feel like are your personal strengths.
Fuck.
And then I've got one that I think is your personal strength.
Okay. I'll think of one for you.
Thanks. I feel like that reads, I'm going to make it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. No. Well, I have the mutual respect of sharks. That's pretty strong. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's heavy.
When I redid my resume recently, I was not able to put that I have the respect of sharks. That reminds me of the episode of The Office where Dwight's interviewing all his friends for a position, and the one guy's like, oh yeah, I have superpowers. Night hearing. Dogs understand where I point.
I want to go, like, just put in a bunch of resumes and go do, like, sarcastic fucking job interviews and just see what I could get away with.
Like Step Brothers style
Yes.
job interviews.
Slightly more serious than that, but yeah, same concept.
I feel like if you were to do that,
Yeah.
you need to sneak the GoPro in.
Oh, yeah.
That's content. We're building a media empire with our 6 viewers / listeners for the podcast. Our potential for Simp Wars, our upcoming television show, and then I feel like after we're done with Simp Wars, we'll have one called Simp City.
Okay.
Where like past contestants of Simp Wars like go live in a house like Big Brother or the Real World.
Oh, I was thinking they like build a town. Do you remember that show where they had like 40 kids all under the age of 18? And they just stuck them out in the desert in like an old Western? We did that with Simps.
We could. We would have to come back and rescue them fairly shortly thereher.
Yeah. Or definitely supply them with food and water and everything they need.
Everything they need, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But we'll get that, and then we'll get you going on job interviews.
Yeah, that would be solid.
Yeah, I think I like that.
So tell me about this on your resume, since you have the respect of sharks. Yes.
Or we could get me in some episodes too. I'll go into job interviews and be uncomfortably direct with the person that's interviewing me. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. I don't think I can work here. Oh, why is that? It's your fucking hair.
Do we not have a dress code here?
Look at your neck. How does it hold that head up? Do you hate your father for giving you that skull?
Oh, man.
Do you have some kind of deficiency?
It's protein, isn't it?
Yeah. I can tell. I sensed your low T when I walked into the room. I don't mind being the person with the highest T in a workplace, but I don't like being the person with the only testosterone in the workplace. I feel like my kind of along those lines, when I'm not being a dick, my personal strength is the ability to talk to anyone. I can hold a conversation with anyone, except for sharks, apparently.
Yeah. You have to know to talk to them. Basically Aquaman at this point.
I've got you for that. So,
I can see that.
By proxy, I guess I have the ability to talk to anyone. I'll send you, with a gift basket for the sharks.
Fish are friends, not food.
I get along with a lot of different types of people, and I think it's just because I've been in so many situations where stuck in a vehicle with someone for 12 hours pulling security, be it on a flight line or guarding a ship or, whatever different military tasking I had. Mm-hmm. You're with people from all different walks of life from all over the world, and it's going to be a boring shift if you don't talk for 12 hours. So I just kind of learned. Something. Yeah. I grew up in such a small town where everybody was alike, too. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone kind of had the same background. So when I got out and was in the military and I started meeting different people, it was interesting to learn about things like being posted with a trans woman.
Yeah.
And being kind and being friendly because this person is a friend of mine, and just asking questions, not trying to be like a dick or ask like offensive questions, but just being genuinely curious.
Yeah.
And like, oh, well, what about XYZ, Yeah, I can talk to anybody. I can hold a conversation with anyone. Your personal strength, what I think, what I wrote down when I said I wanted to talk about personal strengths, this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, this dude is a fucking hustler. Dude, when it comes to, I won't even say making money. Making money is your salary. When it comes to building wealth, this motherfucker's about it and has been from a young age.
Okay.
You're a homeowner at what, 22?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking balling, dude. How old were you when you bought your second home?
25?
25 owned 2 houses.
Yeah.
He didn't sell one and buy another. He still owns the other. He's a fucking landlord at 25.
Yeah.
Left the government to go work in sales where he's fucking killing it. Yeah, dude, you're a fucking hustler.
Thanks,
and
man.
I fucking respect the hustle. I wish you would do a better job at selling this show. But
yeah,
there's only so much. There's only so much salesmanship you can do in one day.
Yeah.
You
get home and I'm all sold out.
Speaking of selling out, we have a shirt, Donuts Not Racism. Definitely not pandering.
Oh.
But yeah, I admire that in you, and I've tried to mentor you along the way. We're like, hey, you're young, and you're making all the right moves. Let me tell you the wrong moves that I made when I was your age.
And then just don't do any of them.
Yeah, don't do any of those things, and you'll be fine. Because I'm not doing bad, but I was behind the 8 ball because I made some bad decisions when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So
we're getting there with this podcast.
Trying to.
We're all in on it.
I at least have a good credit score. So, and
that right there is
and I
the
own a
fucking
home, so.
move. Credit. If I'm going to give any advice about any successes that I may or may not have right now, it's fucking take care of your credit. If you're 18, 19, you should already be worried about what's on your credit, what's going on your credit, how to better your credit. You need to build credit.
How to get things removed from your credit if they're inaccurate.
Yeah. I don't really have any experience in that personally.
Or if they are accurate and you just don't fuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a guy that's trying to buy a home, and he's having the hell of a time trying to get his credit up to where it needs to be within points, having to fucking come out of pocket of shit. Now, granted, the VA loan is a fucking killer.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to go waste 4 to 6 years. I think you have to do 6 for the VA home loan. But either way, some people don't want to waste 6 years of their life just to not have a down payment. But some people, even with the down payment, if they can muster that, credit score is what will hold you back. So you need to pay attention to it. Nobody wants to pay for somebody else's house.
Well,
unless it's my other house, then be my tenant.
And you're going to overpay. You're going to overpay paying rent too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
as a landlord, I can say firsthand
and
that I pay way less than what my tenant does. I do have other expenses on top of the mortgage that I have to, the AC breaks. I have to have money to pay for it. But yeah, he would be saving, a good chunk.
Which is also the reason why you have to charge more for rent than you would pay in a mortgage, because what if the AC breaks on that house? You're responsible for fixing it. So you have to have a nice little, it's not, so your landlord's not being a dick and charging you more than what you would pay in a mortgage. They literally have to create a buffer to, if they lose you as a tenant and they have to, go a couple months with no income from that property, or something breaks at that property, they got to have money to cover it. So, but yeah.
Figure about $400 difference, and I'm not making any profit off of it. It's breaking even. Yeah. So, just to put it in perspective.
Yeah, and not only just buying a home or buying a car, which I'm not a big fan of. Both my cars are fucking paid for.
Yeah.
Both my vehicles that I own were paid cash up front. You're not likely to ever going to have the cash on hand to buy a house like that.
Oh, no.
So you are going to have credit to buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
But not just buying things, though, but also, like, if you were to want to, like, join the military or get some kind of, like, government job, that's, like, one of the first things they're going to do for a security clearance is check your credit score.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely, take care of your credit. And then if you do have to buy something on credit, you're not losing a bunch of money in interest. Because paying interest is for chumps. That's what I always say. Like, that's why I own cars that are paid for outright.
Borrow the money for free. Borrow the money, though. It helps your credit. But borrow it for free, 0%.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, fix your W-4 at work. If you're bragging about this big-ass tax return that you're getting back at the end of every year, you're a chump. You're giving the government a loan that they pay.
See, I'm gonna slightly disagree.
Okay.
But my thing about that specifically is I don't want to pay at all. I don't want to pay at all. Fucking, when I file taxes, I want to make sure I have money back, right? At least It'd be nice to break even, but I kind of like that.
You can finesse it though. You can finesse it so that you like barely get anything back. That's what I've done.
Yeah, I worry though with fluctuating income, and especially now with 1099s and stuff that I have to deal with, and the other house stuff like that. That I fear every year of fucking having to owe. So I put as much in just to make sure, because that's the worst thing. If April fucking 15 comes around and I have a fucking bill that's due, I don't fuck with that. So I'll give them that. At the same, I mean, I could save the money.
If somebody's listening to this and they're pushing carts at Walmart, they're not worrying about 1099s and shit.
Yeah, but at that point, you're going to be paying the highest tax anyways for your tax bracket. So you should be putting 1 on everything. You know, like I should put like 3 or 4 on there or something like that. But I just put 1 that I'm single.
Yeah, but see, there are some people that put 0 and then catch a fat fucking return.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still getting a decent sized return, but yeah, I'm not going to put 0. I'm at least going to have my own tax credit, you know, as a fucking single person. But yeah, and we usually have some plans with the money when it comes in, you know, whatever it is, whether it goes to, oh, cool, if we get like $3,000, okay, cool, we're going to throw 2 on this bill, pays that off or whatever, gets it, you know, better. And then, we'll have like $1,000 saved for a vacation, you know, like a yearly vacation we take. We just use the tax return money every year. So,
yeah,
you know, depends on how good daddy does at work, as if we're going on a good vacation or not.
Ask around to some people that aren't in sales or like some of the younger people we know. Yeah. Ask them what their tax, especially the ones that are married, like with kids, ask them what their fucking tax returns are and you'll be shocked. Yeah, they're throwing some fat ass fucking numbers out there. And I'm like, you're paying too much. You're paying too much throughout the year. Yeah. You could live more comfortably April to April, or April to January or whatever. If you adjust your W-4.
Yeah, give me the number to your accountant.
Yeah, if you are like lower income or like lower middle class, or upper lower, and you have children, you can finesse that W-4. So that you're paying almost no taxes throughout the year. And tax-wise, you'll end up owing when you file your taxes. But then the child tax credits will push you back to the other side of getting a bit of a return. Because that's where I'm at. Yeah. Tax-wise, if I didn't have children, I would owe money every year. Yeah. Minus the credits I get from them, I owe money. Yeah. So, like, once my daughter is out of the house, I'll have to adjust that shit. But that's just how I feel. Is I'm not a big fan of getting back your credits. You're going to get that back regardless. Like, that has nothing to do with your level of income. Mm-hmm. So I feel comfortable in knowing that I'm not giving the government a loan that they're paying back to me at 0 interest.
Yeah. I get it. I see it. But
that's enough on hustling. What's my personal strength?
So
build wealth. Don't worry about making money, guys. Go out and build wealth. If you want to know the difference, we'll cover it on another episode.
So I was going to say, your strength, and I hadn't been able to see this strength in a while since we've been apart for a while, but the tenacity and just the sheer fucking willpower of you to try to motivate me to work out every night is, to me, motivational. You know? Do you remember every night? Hey, let's go to the gym. Okay.
You kind of wanted to kill yourself, but
yeah. Or I would just go in there and not do anything. And a normal person would be like, okay, I'm just not going to invite him anymore. Or I'm not going to expect him to do anything. Every fucking night. All right, cool. Lift this. I know you sat and tweeted all night last night, but tonight, let's try lifting something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never gave up.
No, I didn't. I feel like if I was doing it, you were going to do it too. Yeah. Yeah, maybe my personal strength is actual strength.
Yeah. Yeah, because mine's definitely not willpower.
I remember the one time you said you were quitting because when I was bench pressing, you could see the bar bending.
That's a true story.
And you didn't come back to the gym for like a week.
This man trusted me with his life. I watched the bar bend. I was like, oh, that's too much rehouse. I gotta go. Oh, yeah.
You walked out there, you're like, this is bullshit. Trying to walk out.
My favorite time was you carrying 200-pound dumbbells around after somebody tried to flex with it.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all hunched over. That was good.
Oh, yeah. A guy came into the gym, poked his head in there, and he said, hey, I don't even remember what he said to us. And I invited him to work out with us, and he said, well, if you guys are working on core, I'll work out.
Yeah.
So I told him to pick up the 100-pound dumbbell, which was the highest dumbbell that they had in this particular gym. I said, yeah, go pick that up and walk around the room with it and then tell me how your core feels. So he picks it up, 2 hands in front of him, hunched over.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys, he was there. He saw it.
Yeah.
He waddled around the room like a penguin. Sure, he injured his back. And then he comes and proudly plops the 100 back in its rack. And then,
I did it.
Yeah. And then how did I proceed to...
yeeted up both of them, one in each hand, and walked around back straight as could be.
Swinging them a little bit.
Yeah, little, just a little pep in the step. So, yeah, that he left after that pretty quick.
I've seen him once since then.
Wow.
He had a mustache when I saw him.
I didn't think he could grow it. But get that man a shirt that says Flight of the Blonde Bombers. I'm assuming it's blonde.
It was actually it's a little brown, but
it's probably all the shit on his upper lip.
I was gonna say it might have been he might have been some rub off from other things.
Well,
so
that about sums it up.
That about sums it up. Yeah, we talked about some fears, we talked about some strengths, we talked about the television show Chat on TBS. Mm-hmm. If you guys enjoy entertainment like the television show Chat on TBS, then you should definitely not listen to this shit anymore, because you're not for us. You're not for the boys.
Yeah. And if you're not for the boys, what are you for?
Al Qaeda, probably.
Yeah. Nice try, ISIS. Is more like was.
We're trying to get our name out there. I'm trying to get us on some other podcasts. So I keep tweeting at people that are like, I keep tweeting at like Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. Get on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, because they call, it's Bussin' with the Boys, and they call themselves the Boys. They're 2 Tennessee Titans players, and I'm like, hey,
we'll buy tickets.
You know what I told them? I said, you should get the Boys, meaning us, on the bus. I was like, we'll bring snacks.
That's fine.
We'll bring donuts.
I've got a pantry full of Capri Suns.
I feel like potentially they saw our Donuts Not Racism shirt on our Teespring, and maybe they are racist, and that's why they don't want us on the show.
The turntables have turned.
We need an answer.
Yeah.
Have us on the show, guys. Elon, trying to help us get to Egypt, man. You dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Theo, I'm from the South too. Maybe I'm from the stray animal belt of America also. I peed on a dead puppy in a creek one time. All right.
I've studied the dark arts.
Your sister fucks with fairies.
Yeah, and moon water.
That's that's as dark as the arts get.
Oh.
All right. That about does it. We'll start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Work on building wealth. Manage your credit score. Don't use a gift card on a date.
Yeah. Tell us your irrational fears in the comments.
Yeah, comment. Tell us your irrational fears. Tell us your personal strengths. If you know us, or even if you don't know us, tell us what you think our personal strengths are.
Check out the website.
Check out the Teespring, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcast. I dropped my pencil. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube is primarily where I partake in listening for quality control reasons. Obviously, I don't need to laugh because I was here when we said all the things.
Yeah.
And also, questionably, who knows if it's even funny?
That's for you to decide.
Depends who you ask.
Shut that thick fella down. Yeah, well, also the benefit of listening to YouTube and commenting on the YouTube is that we will see the comments, like almost guaranteed. We're going to see the comments because you're probably going to be the only one, and you'll get a reply from us.
You'll get a reply. Yeah, you'll definitely get a reply. If you interact with us on any of our social media, you're going to get a reply because we're just responsive to that, and we're trying to build our brand, and you're going to be you're on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Imagine
talking to Jeff Bezos back in like 92,
Right.
That's what this is like.
I can respect
Except
that.
I'm not running a bookstore out of my garage, and I'm not bald.
You're running a podcast out of your garage, and you've got a luscious head of hair.
Thank you. Anyways.
And your beard's coming along.
We'll catch you. Thank you. Yeah, I got to trim the other day. We'll catch you next week. After my hair appointment. I think I have one next week.
With your black barber?
No, stop going to he made me too Amish. Now I got a chick that I feel like she's like old. She's an older lady. She's that old school, like fucking bout it.
Okay.
Because she was like talking to me about how she was going to trim the beard and stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's like, I really don't give a shit. Just do what makes it look better than it is.
Less Amish.
Yeah. And she's like, well, all my guys like it this way. Blah, blah, blah.
You look like you're out for Rumspringa. Just decided not to go back.
Woo! All right.
Go get next week. Go get your hair did. We'll come back in and we'll record. Maybe we'll sit down and record 2 episodes. Maybe we'll have a guest. Who knows? Tune in next time. Same donut time, same donut channel for your boy, the Vanilla Gorilla, Dr. Gorilla, and my main man,
Low T.
Thanks for joining us. We're out.